And so, the nomadic Grendel Empire's invasion of Cainabel ended in failure with a mysterious retreat. Although their withdrawal has preserved the peace for the time being, its inexplicableness has created new tensions. Cainabel holds its ground for now, but this was hardly a decisive victory. That was why the hearts of the city's guardians were heavy with battle fatigue rather than overjoyed. Even so, the invasion had been stopped, and the fact that the city was still standing gave the people some small sense of hope and accomplishment. It's true, because it wasn't like they fought them off and they ran with their tails between their legs. It's just like, I mean, they could have kept trying to take us over, but they just left? Grateful to survive for another day, somewhere in their hearts they prepare for the next battle. That's true, at least they know they're lurking out there. We need to clone Yune and then then everybody will be fine. Sometime later, reconstruction efforts continued in Cainabel as the country struggled to institute a new political system. Oh, go on. As a result... Oh, ho, 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 what's happening here? Look at who's... I can't even speak. Look who's at the king's right side is what I'm trying to say. King Jereme kept his position on the throne, while Lord Jevite was officially appointed as his prime minister. This is much better than Jevite's route. This is so much better. Keep the brothers together. Even if they're not really brothers. But you know what? Bonds go thicker than blood, okay? I believe in these two. While the Assembly was expected to formally establish a relationship between the heights and the depths, Eltcreed swore to respond swiftly to any threat that might rear its head in the future. And so, several days later... Are we on our way? Ooh, pretty sky.
I'm so sorry about this. I don't mean to interrupt your plans on our last day here.
It's not a problem at all. My whole job on this mission is to protect the team.
Oh, you're in professional mode, I see. I was hoping this could be a little more casual.
I'll do my best.
I appreciate that. It may be battle-scarred, but this place is still full of life.
I like that they actually have, oh, what's the word? Like scaffolding. They're fixing up the damaged city. Nice little bit of detail there.
The most important thing in a reconstruction, aside from money of course, is the power of faith. People derive strength from faith in a better future.
Are you saying you acted so recklessly because you have faith in the future?
Recklessly? Could you be more specific? I know I look like a gentleman, but I'm actually quite the rascal, so several examples are coming to mind. Ah, what a nice stroll down memory lane.
The day the invasion was stopped, you charged the enemy's front line with Ulrik.
Ah, with a tricked-out buggy? That wasn't reckless at all. A child's prank, or a grown-up's practical joke if you prefer.
I see. You weren't scared at all? What exactly did they do? All I got was Ulrik saying, watch me be cool, and Eltcreed's like, yeah! And then the battle was over after Yune won. Basically. I'm like, what did you guys actually end up doing?
Not one bit. I was more extreme in my youth, back when I had nothing to lose. It must have been terrifying from the enemy's point of view. A mysterious contraption charging toward them and breathing fire.
Breathing fire? What were you guys doing?
Forgive me for saying so, but I love a little controlled mayhem. What we lack in strength we can make up for in strategy. Even someone who can't hold their own in a one-on-one fight can come out on top with a little careful scheming. I never get tired of replaying it in my head. We were supposed to just stick to the outskirts, but in the end we got right into the thick of things. That's on me.
If you had stuck to the outskirts, this future never would have happened. We have you to thank for it. And mostly Yune.
Yes, and you as well.
No, I didn't.
You are just being modest. Who came out and rescued us in the middle of the desert? You played a bigger part than you think.
You really think so?
I understand how you feel. A knight uses their sword to fight for the weak. You must be disappointed you never got the chance. But keep in mind, the enemy had ranged weapons. A lot of them. They could make it rain death. Sacrificing yourself to a barrage of arrows in order to save a country. It sure sounds like a heroic tale.
I like that we sent Ines and Finn into all that danger, but Cyrus, we gotta draw the line there. Like, they can sacrifice themselves, but Cyrus,
But in reality, whether one soldier lives or dies won't turn the tide of battle. Not to mention you never would have even reached the enemy camp, so your sacrifice would have been in vain. I could never wish that on you. That's why I'm glad you didn't overestimate your abilities and stayed behind the front lines. You did good. A soldier's job is more than just fighting. But you didn't come to hear me ramble on. It's this way. Follow me.
What's this way? Where are we?
Now we can enjoy a more leisurely conversation. Don't get me wrong, the palace has an incredible atmosphere, but there are guards everywhere. Makes it hard to relax.
I never knew Cainabel had shops like this.
Me neither. Adage told me about it.
Of course, freaking Adage knows about these shops. Something to look forward to with him too, probably. Adage?
Yes, he finally spilled the details after I pestered him long enough. It must have been nice for the advance party to have free run of the city this whole time. Our group has only just started to spread its wings, and already it's time to go home. It's so unfair.
Most of that time was probably spent on the expedition, and we've been able to explore the city ourselves anyway. If you haven't had your fill yet, why not stay a little longer?
Yes! What a wonderful idea! That's exactly what I'll do. Unfortunately, I can't. Perhaps you aren't aware, but I'm actually a rather important person. Even though I tied up most loose ends before I left, work is still piling up with each passing day. It's better to get back as quickly as possible. Don't you have business to attend to back in the Heights yourself?
I'm a police officer, so I'll just return to my regular duty. Oh.
What is it?
I just remembered the meetings. I promised I'd start meeting with suitors again as soon as I got back.
But isn't this the perfect opportunity for reflection?
Reflection on what?
You mentioned it before, didn't you? How those seminars taught you that love is something you have to nurture yourself. Do you still want your parents to handle it for you? Are you really going to turn a blind eye now that you finally realize what you need to do?
He was right. Nothing would change unless I made it change. Accepting the status quo wasn't a solution. It was just kicking the problem down the road. Maybe you're right. Instead of accepting things as they are, I should face them head on. You've given me the push I needed, Eltcreed. Thanks to you, I can move forward.
That's great to hear. I know this is terribly rude of me, but could I request something from you in return?
Yes, of course. I'll do anything in my power.
In that case, meet with me.
The music just abruptly cuts. Wonderful. What?
Meet with me as a suitor, Cyrus.
Damn, boy's gonna shoot his shot. Let's go. I love everything about this. Me and you.
From what I've gathered, it sounds as though your parents respect the institution of arranged marriages, but don't particularly care who your suitor is.
He's got a point.
So meet with me. Won't it be easier with someone you already know?
That may be, but how is this repaying you? And are you sure it's alright? Spending your precious time on someone like me? Oh, Cyrus, honey.
Why, naturally. Spoiler alert, but...
Yeah? Yes? Aww. Look at him gently holding her hands. This is lovely! I love this!
I'm so taken with you, I've got half a mind to ask you out right here and now.
Ask me out?
Ah, does that turn of phrase require some clarification?
I know what it means! I learned about it at the seminars. Oh, did you?
Those seminars. You people from the Heights are a strange bunch, but at least you understand.
Not really. I can't help but feel you're being deceitful somehow, or conniving.
Conniving? You wound me. Didn't they teach you that love is all about bargaining? From where I stand, I'm ready to advance our relationship to the next level. But it would be better to respect the traditions of your family. I can restrain myself for the time being. I look forward to seeing you at the meeting.
Damn, okay, look, I gotta say, this got me feeling some type of way, though. Just the idea of Eltcreed, like, I'm gonna go to Cyrus's parents, request a meeting as, like, official, like, this is an official request to date your daughter. Can you set this up for us? But also asking Cyrus beforehand if she's cool with it. I just love everything about that so much. It's so cute. Oh, Eltcreed, I didn't know you could be so cute. Oh, okay. She accepts! Through some strange turn of events, I had just arranged a meeting with a potential suitor. It shouldn't be too awkward since it's Eltcreed, but... why? And how are you even interested in me? I mean, Eltcreed, I know your inclination toward romantic affairs, but, I don't understand why you would see me in that way.
That must remain a secret for now. Our meeting would be a more appropriate venue for that topic.
I can respect that. I suppose, if you say so.
You sound almost convinced, but I can tell you're all twisted up inside trying to figure it out. How darling. Whatever could it be? I hope you'll be thinking about it non-stop until our meeting. But please, think about me too. Okay?
Duh! I'm in, like, eager anticipation for this! That's so cute! Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait to go home. It was the day of our return. Wow, 6 camels and even a wagon. That's so kind of you.
I would hardly expect you to walk home. And I doubt you'd even make it to the fog with just those horses of yours.
So the horses survived? Jevite, I could kiss you on the cheek. Yay! I've been wondering about those horses since we left them behind. Since we arrived here. We didn't leave them, right? Right? Okay, good. Horses made it. Whew.
Don't you agree, King Jereme? Yes.
This is a tremendous help. I had imagined us using the buggy to zip straight home in style, but given the circumstances...
Hey, shut up! What are you implying? I can't help it if we use up all the buggy's fuel. I was able to fabricate all the replacement parts I needed. I just can't power the thing. And if you're going to complain about it, you can walk home, Elt. The exercise would be good for you.
Enough chit-chat. Let's get moving. You're uncharacteristically eager, Adage. How many days do you think it will take to get back to the Heights? I don't want to waste any time. He's right. I hate to say goodbye too, but we can't stay here forever. All dreams have to end sometime. It's time to go back to reality.
You don't always have to be so poetic. Ow!
Don't be rude. Damn, Finn! Just like smacks him on the head.
And don't hit people in the back of the head. Who do you think you are, Elt?
I knew he hit him in the head.
You rang?
I didn't. And how did you even hear me from all the way over there? I know you've got sharp ears, but that's ridiculous.
Aha, so you admit it. You did call me, didn't you? Heine, could I trouble you to double-check the cart that the camels are pulling? I took great pains to make sure that everything is secure, but I would hate for something to come loose in transit.
It looks alright to me. Even if something does come loose, we'll be able to fix it with our tools. Wow, you know a lot. Huh, chalk it up to the family business. I used to haul a cart to market every weekend using cattle.
Oh, right, I forgot he was a farmer's boy. Stop.
One of those things you never forget how to do, just like my accounting skills. Go ahead and hop in, Saint Yune.
Alright. My apologies if the conditions are too cramped for someone of your status. You're always so formal. I don't mind being stuffed back here with all the luggage. I'll make sure nothing happens to it.
Well, we should get going now.
Of course. Take care. May our oldest god Napra watch over you.
Thanks, boys. Until we meet again.
I'm going to miss them once they're gone. Really? Let me rephrase. It's going to be awkward with them gone. You and I still don't see eye to eye. I used to be fine with that. It was just normal for me. You and I were practically strangers, brothers in name only. But now, after meeting them, I don't feel that way anymore. They come from such different backgrounds, but they're still so close to one another. I wouldn't mind having a relationship like that with you. But with all our history together, that might not be possible at this point. Out of the question. You see? It would be impossible for us to act like them. We must find our own way to act around each other. It can't be any worse than how things were before.
Ah, a rare smile from Jereme. Look at these two. Yay! Much happier ending.
I have a mountain of work to attend to. I'm leaving now, Jevite. Very good, brother!
Aw, yay! We're finally starting to get into the fog. I feel like the temperature's dropping already.
Yeah, probably because that endless cloud is blocking out the sun. So, where do we go from here? Or I guess I should be asking which path you guys took. We flew here, so I don't know anything about the land route.
Let me think.
What is there to think about? You came in a carriage, didn't you?
Yes, the horses worked quite admirably. I suppose if I had to pick a strategy for navigating over land, it would be... full speed ahead!
Can we just go back?
Go back where, Adage?
To Cainabel. I don't know how much more of this muscle brain idiocy I can tolerate.
You misunderstand me. I consider myself a member of the intellectual camp. I'm terrible at physical work.
What's the point of turning around? It will only delay our return home. I didn't realize it was a crime to want to get back in one piece. Ulrik, can't you do something? I don't care if I get motion sickness. I'll find a way to deal with it.
If there was anything I could do, I'd be doing it already. Cainabel was hopeless for developing any new kind of fuel. They just don't have the tools.
Uh-oh. People are starting to get worked up.
I can just picture Yune in amongst the luggage just eating snacks. Just like, this is gonna be a fun ride home.
Don't worry, Adage. The route's completely flat the whole way. There's just this endless fog that makes you anxiously question your every step.
It just makes you question existence, your life, whether we're actually still in reality. But you know, other than that, it's fine. So cheery.
There was never anything separating us to begin with. I had convinced myself there was nothing beyond the fog. I couldn't even imagine the possibility. It feels just like it did 2 years ago. Things are so chaotic outside of my gilded cage. This journey is over. It's finally over. But every end is a new beginning. I pray that your futures, that everyone's future, will be full of joy.
Amen. Amen, Saint Yune. Interesting. So they're on their way back when we get the credits for this. Cool. Yeah. Sorry, I'm team Jereme all the way right now. Like, the main, like, plot of his side of things is so much more interesting than Jevite. And I like Jereme more, even though we don't interact with him as much as we did with Jevite. But Jevite scares me. Maybe Jereme can kind of balance out Jevite a little bit. We also didn't know, like, what happened to the queen? Like, the queen mother, Maeve, she just, like, pieced out after getting released from prison. So I'm a little nervous about her just running around. I wonder what she's up to. But I definitely prefer the brothers working together. No longer trying to share rulership. I think they're in good positions now. And then for Eltcreed, I really, really liked his route here. Like, you know, we actually talked about romance. It had a romantic feel to it. Cyrus is actually, like, thinking along romantic lines with him, which is great. And I really feel like Elt has matured in the last couple of years. Like, he was... he was somebody that was at the bottom of my list in the original Steam Prison. Because he was just, like, too much to handle. I loved him as a character, but just as a romance, it was like, nah, it ain't it for me. But he earned some major cookies with me this route. Alright, let's see how it all wraps up, shall we? 1 week after our return to the Heights. Do we get our visitor? Your handsome suitor has arrived. Oh, what a great entrance.
Good day. Your handsome suitor has arrived.
Oh? Hello?
Whoops.
Yes?
How terribly embarrassing for me, dear mother.
You're calling her mom already, Eltcreed? Slow your roll. Slow your roll. He got dressed up all fancy, though, so that's nice.
I'm not your mother, am I?
Mother!
But it does make me happy to know our daughter will be going out with a gentleman like you.
Although that is my intent, dear mother, isn't it a bit presumptuous at this stage? Today's goal is a simple meeting.
Call it women's intuition, but I expect things will go quite well. She's done nothing but talk about you since she returned home.
Mom, you called her out!
Uh-huh.
And it seems she's been really looking forward to today.
Oh.
Stop! If you tell him any more, he won't be able to leave because his head will be so gigantic. Mother!
Oh, Cyrus! How long have you been there?
Long enough. Please don't give Eltcreed the wrong idea.
What's wrong about it? You were just talking about him over breakfast this morning.
But that's only because you wouldn't stop asking about our plans. You have to believe me, Eltcreed.
I always do. Might I present you with this bouquet of flowers before we depart?
Stop, I was hoping so desperately that you brought flowers, and I'm so happy you did. You know me so well. Thank you. They weren't for my mother?
Oh? What makes you say that?
Because you handed them to her when she opened the door.
So you have been there the whole time. I was so surprised when she answered that I didn't even realize. I'm awfully embarrassed. I'm not leaving a good impression at all, am I? Shall we start over again from when I first came to the door?
No, you've already given them to me. Would you please take care of these, Mother? Like they were just passing the flowers around.
Of course, Cyrus. I can put them in your room if you like. It's such a mess in there. They might liven up the place.
Ugh, this just keeps getting more awkward.
Well then, I will be borrowing your daughter for the afternoon.
Have fun, you two. Good luck, Cyrus.
Let's just go. Well, Mom's already won over. I like that, you know, though. I gotta say, I like that the parents are not, like, they don't have their noses turned up about, oh, this guy from the depths. They're just like, oh, he seems like a nice gentleman. I know that technically Elt and her father work together, but still, you know, it's nice. Cyrus has some really great parents. Sorry about my mother. She can be like that sometimes.
Not at all. You have a wonderful mother. The reason she frets and talks about you so much is because she cares, isn't it, Cyrus? I sense a deep and loving affection. A parent's love is both infinite and limited. You should cherish it while you still can.
I know. I'm all too familiar with my parents' love.
And yet you know so little of romantic love, despite all of the suitors you've met with.
Well, I've only had all those meetings because I know so little, and I'm going to keep having them until I find someone suitable or my mother gives up.
I don't think that one will ever give up. She was clever enough not to let this opportunity pass her by. When I think of all the scoundrels in the world, the men who have been monopolizing your time up to now, it pains my heart, truly. But since it seems your efforts up to this point have largely been for show, I can let it go. So, allow me to make a proposal. Go out with me, Cyrus.
That was the plan. Where are we going?
I don't mean a destination. I mean a relationship. My intent was to break new ground with you.
Oh. Oh, that! I learned about that at the seminars. I just forgot.
Cyrus.
I'm sorry. I'm still new to all this.
In your case, your inexperience is part of your charm. In the Heights, a relationship presumes the intent to marry, does it not? It seems daunting to someone like me, but that's probably because I'm from the depths, where we're used to... well...
You're talking about spontaneous encounters. I learned about those too. Oh, Cyrus. I don't know too much about them either, but I do understand respect and friendship.
Have you ever wanted to keep a person all to yourself?
Have you?
Me? That depends. I'm usually not so controlling. But if you were chatting intimately with another man, I doubt I would be able to calm myself.
That sounds awful for you. Love is complicated, isn't it?
There you go again, distancing yourself from it. We can't have that, can we? Marriage is such a momentous step in a person's life that it can feel like a burden. After all, a lover carries a bit more importance than a friend. But it isn't a destination. It's a starting point. Once you get to know each other more deeply, can accept the good along with the bad, and are resolved to support one another, that is the time to think about marriage.
Well said.
Please just relax and consider this a trial run. If you don't like it, then you can break things off at any time. At the very least, let's forego the topic of arranged marriage while we're going out. I think that's a reasonable proposal. What about you?
I'm not really sure.
Is there a problem?
I feel bad that you keep going out of your way to accommodate me.
Don't be ridiculous. Didn't I already tell you? Love is all about mutual support.
Yep. All the yep to that. I love that very much. He's already like, look, in a marriage you gotta support each other anyway, so if we gotta make some compromises now, let's do that now. And it's a reasonable compromise. I love it.
I'm quite taken with you. I want to be your strength, and, if possible, your special someone. Can you accept my intentions, both pure and impure?
That sounds like a contradiction.
Isn't that the nature of love, though, and of life? It would be wonderful if we could live in a picture-perfect reality. But unfortunately, there is no such thing as perfection in this world. Even so, being with someone you care about can blind you to their flaws. That's just my personal theory of love, though.
It makes sense when you put it like that.
Oh? Are you sure you're not just saying that so I'll stop talking?
Of course not. I understand completely. I just don't know how to express it myself.
Oh, but that's an important one. Didn't they teach you at your seminars?
They did. I just thought it would be better to put it in my own words. Anyway, I get what you're saying. I want a relationship with you, Eltcreed. I appreciate your cooperation.
My cooperation, eh? Well, that's good enough for me. It's so like you, Cyrus. Thank you for understanding. It sounds like we're making a business deal. I promise to cherish you. Let's be happy together, Cyrus.
Don't. I walked through the city with Eltcreed, the two of us bathed in the hues of the setting sun. Even though we were taking a familiar path, everything seemed new. Yeah, romance will do that to you. Make the ordinary and mundane not quite so ordinary.
There's a place just up ahead I'd like to visit if that's alright.
Sure, what is it?
That part is a surprise. Just come with me.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Oh gosh, when I tell you my Cinderella heart went ba-dump. Something about walking into a clothing store. I'm just like, oh man, this is giving me, gosh, Taisho Alice vibes of going shopping with Cinderella. This is so funny. Could also be like the Cinderella-esque dress over here in the corner. Oh, this is great. Love it. He led me to a shop that sold fashionable clothes. The decorations on the store's exterior conveyed a sense of history, and the inside was even more extravagant. Elaborately embroidered dresses were displayed with care on round wooden tables. Excuse me. And the walls were lined with fine, modestly ornamented fabrics. There was delicate lace, beads that shimmered like jewels, and soft velvet. Each appeared to have been painstakingly crafted by hand, making them look very expensive. It was like I had wandered into another world. I couldn't hide the feeling that I didn't belong there.
What's your favorite color?
Color?
Yes, I'm going to have them tailor a dress worthy of your beauty. What about this pale blue? It matches your eyes, don't you think?
What? But everything here looks so expensive.
Who do you think you're dealing with? Money is no object to me. And nothing is too good for you. I want to celebrate this new beginning for the two of us. To make the time we spend together from now on feel even more special.
Eltcreed.
If you see anything else here you want, just let me know. Say the word and it's yours.
Yep, definitely getting strong Cinderella vibes. It's just like, let me spend money on you.
I could even give you the store itself if you so desire.
Eltcreed, what would I do with a whole store?
Who can say? But it's yours if you want it. And this isn't a limited time offer. If there's anything you want from me, just say so. Because whatever makes you happy makes me happy.
That's a lovely sentiment, but it doesn't feel right to me.
Yes, I thought that might be the case. If you were the sort of woman who could be bought with shiny trinkets, you would have been mine long ago. That's exactly why I want to give you a dress. Not because it's expensive, but to show just how much I care for you. Nothing would make me happier than for you to accept.
She looks like, oh! I mean, that blue does bring out her eyes in a great way, and red hair with blue always just looks lovely. Now I'm getting Yuri feels with the mirror when Yuri was like buying shoes. Ah, man. I'm getting all the feels from the other narcissists are coming in, and now I've clicked off the screen and I've broken everything. It didn't break for you guys, it just broke for me. I'm all up in my feels in the best way.
Allow me to express my feelings. Won't you grant me this one act of selfishness?
Eltcreed, thank you. I accept your feelings. Gratefully.
Wonderful. not to get ahead of myself, but where shall we go once the dress is finished? How do you feel about dancing?
Ah, yes. I remember the days in the original Steam Prison.
Not a dancer, I see. Then why don't I look for a quiet health spa? This world is changing every day. Let's rack up all the new experiences we can. I want to clear the way to our future and share countless moments with you. Just the two of us, one step at a time.
I like that the final shot is just her being like, oh. Not a smile, not, she's just like, this is a lot, so Cyrus.
The world may still be a chaotic place, but our future together is bright. Don't you think, Cyrus?
I believe in you too. Yay! Eltcreed episode has been unlocked. Delightful. We did it! Yay! That was great. Well, so far, I'm sorry, Ulrik. I love you. I love your sass. But Eltcreed came out swinging with a bunch of stuff, including getting me all up in my narcissistic love feels in my heart place. And so now he's taken over for this game so far. Oh man, I loved everything about that ending. I'm so excited to see what the epilogue will be for these two when I come back to it. But for now, we're done. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for this. I hope you enjoyed Eltcreed's route. And now, we go back to the craziness that is the Crimson Flower that divides. And, it's Naran's turn over there. I'm a little bit worried because of how things went down last time. But let's be cautiously optimistic, shall we? Yes. Cautious optimism is always good. So, fingers crossed, things will go good over there. So hopefully I'll see you there, guys. If not, I'll see you when we return back to Steam Prison. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, I will see you later.